Hey everybody, welcome, happy Monday. I have the recording going, I have the sound on this week. It's already better than last week, right? Hope you're having a fantastic Monday. It is a little bit dark in here. We are about to have a major thunderstorm, like notifications, the phone blowing up and stuff with notifications of the storm. We're under a heat advisory. It's over triple digits. I'm ready for fall. I'm so ready for fall and so ready for the holidays. And this is why, we joke that like the whole southern half of the country here that are still melting, it's hard to believe that we are 97, 98 days till Christmas. So I shared that in the group, and yeah, I had a couple people that are like, really? Did you have to go there? Yes, we are less than 100 days until the big day. So whether you are somewhere that it is nice and cool, or whether you are melting along with me here on the Gulf Coast, still that clock is ticking. Next week I'm going to be in Chicago, speaking of, and I'm so excited because one of the days that I'm there, the high is like 65, which is, I'm going to be a popsicle, but it is going to be a welcome break from this. So, but if you are in the Chicago area, would love to meet up. So shoot me an email, Lindsay@PrettyPlanDivas.com, and we will do that for sure. All right, so we're almost wrapping up our Back to School, Back to Business series, and today we're talking about sales success. And here's the thing, it's the most important topic. If you don't have sales, if you don't sell any product, you don't have a business. If you are only collecting or only doing it yourself, then you have a hobby, which that isn't a bad thing, but you need to acknowledge what it is. If you are only purchasing for you and never actually selling, then you have a really incredible discount on a hobby. But if you are maybe looking to turn it into a business, or you are running to kind of step up the game, or maybe you lost your mojo over the summer and are kind of wanting to get it back. Obviously picking up and doing the sales side of it is the most important. A lot of people shy away from sales. We don't like that feeling, and we've all experienced or run into someone that, like, as soon as they start the sales pitch, you're like, oh, here we go. Instagram is huge right now of people doing that blind sales pitch, that completely unrequested, unsolicited, whatever. Hi, love your feed. Would you be interested? Whatever. Whoever's teaching that, stop it. We'll talk about that in a second. Anyhow, so people shy away from the idea of wanting to be a salesman or, whatever. But the truth of the matter is, that's the business we're in. And so today we're going to be talking about how to sell a product, how to boost sales, how to do it with your integrity, how to do it in a way that feels good, how to do it in a way that your customers will love you, how to do it in a way that, when you talk to that person that you graduated high school with, that you can actually look forward to seeing them at the reunion and aren't like, oh God, I had to block her. Okay, this is reality. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. So how do we sell? How do we get confident and feel good in that? And what are the steps to the selling process that we really need to embrace and to understand in order to boost the sales? So there it goes. So the biggest question in the whole thing is, what is the problem that you solve? What is the heart tug? What is the pull? What is the emotional solution, or it can even be a tangible solution that you create? Because that is like, you could pretty much be done. You just solve the problem. That's what you need to do. All of the sales, think about every single sale that happens throughout the whole day, the whole universe, the whole industry, the whole anything. It's solving a problem. So whether you are in skincare and the problem is that someone is starting to see the early signs of aging and wants to stop it. If you are in jewelry and somebody has an event coming up, or they really just want something to make them feel pretty, feel good, those kinds of things. I'm getting more notifications about the weather. If you are in the food industry, you need, the problem or the solution is to help someone get food to their family faster, or food to themselves faster, or healthier, or whatever. If you're in the handbag industry, the way to be able to have someone collect all of their things and carry it in a way that is organized. If you're in the scrapbooking or paper craft, something along those lines, how do you keep people's memories safe so that they can, be remembered forever and ever and ever? These are all solutions. And that is what you always want to keep in the forefront of your mind when you are talking to a prospect. How can you help them? See, the beauty of this industry is that you are rewarded solely on how much you help others, whether it is selling them a product that is going to solve whatever problem they have, whether it is throwing a party for someone to solve that they don't want to have to spend their own money for all this product, they can earn that, or whether you are helping someone solve their goal of being a business owner themselves and making money and so on and so forth. You see how all of this kind of goes hand in hand. And the beauty of direct sales is you are rewarded solely on how much you help people. So if you are not where you want to be in your business, if you're not the level you want to be, if you're not making the money that you want to, whatever, it means you're not helping enough people. You got to get out there and help more people. You have to solve more problems. And that is ultimately what it is that you do. All right, so to be successful in sales, you have to have a plan to reach the people who are qualified to buy from you. So we're going to talk about that. Actually, let me start here. First, okay, so we know what problems you can solve. You have the product knowledge, you know what you've got. Now we have to find the folks with those problems, and it's finding great customers. What makes a great customer? Well, for starters, it's somebody with that problem. So, for example, if you sell a remarkable anti-aging product, you probably aren't selling it to children. So children would not be your prime customers, right? On the flip side, it might be, though, women in their late 30s, early 40s who are starting to really see that. It may also be people who have spent far too much time in the sun, but I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. But so again, it's finding people who, number one, have the problem, and also number two, and this one kind of ruffles some feathers, but is kind of like aware of the problem and willing to spend the money on it. Because here's the other thing too. In order to get sales, you can't talk to people who don't have the discretionary income to spend. Yes, they may make great hostesses, and if they have friends who have that kind of discretionary income, absolutely. They may make better prospects for the business to help them get that discretionary income. But if you have a high-priced item, you're going to really struggle with being able to even show the value to someone who is struggling to even pay the light bill or what have you. Again, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. It doesn't do any good to sugarcoat it. So you have to find the customers who have the problem and who have the willingness and ability to purchase what is needed to solve it. So let's go back to this. All right, so it's finding them, finding the person that has the problem, qualifying them and saying, okay, you are, you're someone who has the problem that I can solve. You're someone who has the money and the desire to solve said problem. Now we've whittled this down. One of the biggest things that I heard when I first got into direct sales over 20 years ago was everyone with a pulse is a prospect. No, stop it. That might have been true 20 years ago, although I don't think so. It's not true. I was in skincare, so they would say everybody who has skin. Okay, well, no, that wasn't actually true. I had to find people because I was with an upper level kind of skincare company, so our products were a little bit on the higher end price wise, and I was 18 years old, so I had to find people who had, I barely had the money for it. Like I think I've told you guys, I didn't pay my bill in order to buy. Like, well, I don't condone that. I wasn't exactly my own ideal prospect because I did not really have that discretionary income. So, again, you have to find people who fit and then go after them. And it's a matter of, like, I know the whole you have to hear 100 no's and all that kind of stuff, But I'd rather not have to hear 99 no's to get to a yes. If you qualify people and kind of whittle that down a little bit and qualify them for what it is that you want to achieve, you'll get a lot more yeses, I promise you. All right, moving on. So again, sales process. Determine if your prospect actually wants the product. And this is the part that I think gets kind of glazed over, okay? Do they actually want it? Do they understand that you have a solution and to a problem that they have? Do they actually feel the problem? Okay, do they actually understand? Next, do they actually want to solve it? Now this is, I say it's kind of like weight loss or something like that. Like, I want to lose weight, but am I going to put the work in? It comes and goes. So the same thing is going to be true about your product. They may say they want it, but are they willing to? And that's kind of where the money comes in. Number two, do they have the means to pay for the products? And do they have, the last step is, are they ready now? Because here's the other thing too. Everything in life changes. People's, like I just said, the whole thing about, so it comes and goes. Motivation comes and goes some days. Some days I am way more motivated to lose weight than others. Some days I care way more about my appearance than others. That's totally normal. So just because someone says, nope, I am not interested in your amazing product that is going to help me feel my absolute best, doesn't mean they're not going to feel that way later. So this is why it's so important to build the relationship, because if you get a hard, fast no, that's okay. But it may mean not right now, not in that space right now, not feeling it right now. And that's totally, totally okay. All right. So let's talk a little bit about the actual, like, your part now. So we have the process. We got to find people who actually have a problem for us to solve. We have to find people who have the money for that or are willing to do the work to earn it, whether the hostess or if they're maybe interested in the business. Let's talk a little bit about your pitch and how you see they have a problem. And this happens a lot. We have people in our lives that we see what they're doing, but they may not see it. And we have to have a really, or they do see it, but we have to have a gentle, loving way to say, here's what you should do to fix that, right? All right, so your mantra is features, tell, benefits, sell. And what does that mean? All right, so a feature is a fact. It is a factual statement about the product. It can be ingredients or measurements or the types of stones or the types of metal used or something along those lines. But features are not what entice the customer to buy. Those things are important, but the benefit is the emotional side of that. So, when you see me, like we've got our gift guide stuff back here, right? So I will be writing about features and benefits. And the one that comes to mind, it's over there. The new 31 bag that I've got that is so cool, you guys. I love it. And I'm taking it to Chicago. I'm so excited. But here's the thing. So the features are the dimensions, the amount of zipper. It's the backpack. The features, the amount of zippers, that kind of stuff. But the benefit is that it's going to help me get through TSA easy peasy because it doesn't have a bunch of stuff to go through. It fits my iPad. It fits my planner. So, you can tell me, oh, it's 12 inches by, blah, 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 blah. I don't get that. Here's how you're going to sell me on it. You're going to tell me how easy it makes my life. That's the benefit, that emotional side of it. So the purse that I bought from Kohl's is being tossed to the wayside, and I'm going with 31 because the benefits of the bag are what have sold me on it and what I think you guys will absolutely love. Everybody needs one. So the benefit, again, it's that emotional side. How are you making it easier? How is your product going to make my life easier? It's that the sales radio station is what's in it for me, WIFM or whatever it is. Okay, so you have to talk about the features are important because you will always have those analytical people that are like, I know that my iPad is 10.5 inches. So if that is, 11.5 inches, it'll fit, but if it's 9.5 inches, it's not going to fit. You'll have those analytical people. And so that's why you also want to talk about the features, but you also want to talk about the benefits for the rest of us that are like, hey, I just need to know if my iPad fits, that kind of thing. So you want to talk about both, but the benefits are what actually sell. That's what connects you to that solution. And everybody is looking for a solution. Everybody wants a way to make things easier. Exactly. So whether it is saving time, reducing costs, making more money, saving money, becoming happier, healthier, more relaxed, more productive, sexier, whatever it is, okay, that is what you do. That is what you create. And here's the thing. When you and your customers and your hostesses and your team and everybody around you understands and really connects with how you are that solution person, that's when your business will take off, because everybody tells. I mean, come on, ladies, think about, the last time you found a really remarkable product that helped make your life easier. You told everybody, right? That's what we do because we want to help our friends. We want to be experts. I mean, really and truly, the direct sales industry, it's like weaving all the things that we naturally do so well. We just kind of have to focus it a little bit for our business and for direct sales. So again, you're talking features and benefits of both products always. All right. When it comes to, and I know that I've talked about money, here's the thing. The value of what you are selling is not what it costs, okay? But it is the financial impact of what. So how is it going to, how do you quantify making life easier? How do I put into words that I can get through TSA without, anyway, without feeling like I've done something wrong when I never have. But it's, something like, can you help a mom with, avoid a screaming toddler first thing in the morning? I can't even put into words how exciting that is. Can you make a woman feel more confident in her own skin, whether she is heading to the office, whether she is, heading to work, whether she's laying on the couch, watching TV, like it doesn't, all those things don't matter. The value, you have to connect with that emotion. So the value is not, like this pack of gum was $1.50. Okay, but this pack of gum makes me have something, like I'm not as hungry when I'm chewing on gum. I know my breath, so I've got the confidence, all those many things. So it's worth, value-wise, more than $1.50, and that's why I never hesitate to grab a pack of gum. It's the same concept with ours. When the value is higher, when you've put so much value on how it makes someone's life easier, happier, whatever it may be, then the cost doesn't matter. Think about things that people like throw money at. Where are my iPhone ladies? Okay, how much do we spend on those stinking things, right? But it makes my life easier. I was at the Saints game yesterday working. Okay, one of you divas couldn't get in, so I was like, wait a minute, girl, I got you. And I was able to reset her account from my phone. I don't do that all the time, but it happened to work that time. So did I spend $1,000 on that phone? Yes. Why? Because the value is that I wasn't stressed out at the game yesterday. I just hopped on, logged in, and I think, maybe missed one play that didn't matter. That is the value. Okay, enough about that. I'm beating a dead horse. All right. Also, value-added services are huge, and make sure that you are talking about these. All of you have the ability to do this, and this is something, especially as we get closer into the holidays, that we're going to be talking about more. There's the thunder. A value-added service is a service, so not a tangible product, but a service that you offer with your knowledge, your expertise, your time, your personality, that will add even more value to that product. And so if it's food, if you're in the food, products, it can be a recipe book, a skincare consult. I spent a half an hour with my payroll last week. Jewelry, a stylist assessment, home decor, decorating tips. I sent I sent a screenshot. My daughter is moving into a new apartment in 2 weeks and is taking half of my furniture. So I had to contact one of my home decor divas and be like, what am I going to do to fill this space? And because I am the world's worst at home decorating, okay? So she helped me. But again, that is the whole solution. She did a solution for me. My problem is that I have or will have a completely empty dining room, and her solution is she's able to fix it. So you guys kind of see how this stuff goes hand in hand. I also talk about, and I'll sidebar here for a second, I talk about Pampered Chef. This is one of my favorite value-added services. Brownie pan. It was a $19 brownie pan, and it makes these perfectly squared brownies. And it was for the people who like the brownie edges. That was the pitch. Okay, here's the thing. Not only do I not really eat brownies all that much, I mean, they're delicious, but I stay away, but I don't like the edges. I'm the girl that cut the center out, but I didn't like the crunchy sides. So when it was first shown to me, I thought, I don't need that at all, because not only do I not ever eat brownies, but I don't need the edges. I'd rather use a big old pan, right? Okay, then fast forward however many months later, and I see someone say the brownie pan comes with a free PDF of all of the recipes of the things that you can cook in said brownie pan. You guys. And by the way, all it was a Word document that she had turned to a PDF that when I purchased, she emailed it over to me. That was it. Okay, she had put it together one time. They're not fancy schmancy, whatever, pictures. There was not a whole lot of stuff. It was just a simple PDF. And first of all, I've talked about it every time I've done a call, even remotely related to this, ever since promoting Pampered Chef. But I have 3 or 4 of them that I own personally. I have given them away as gifts. I've recommended that everybody get them because, you guys, I don't think I have anything in my kitchen that I use as much as that. I make egg bakes in them. I make little lasagnas in it. I mean, just all kinds of stuff. I use it almost every day, every week. It's not just a brownie pan. The solution is the perfect portion size. So I meal prep. It's the perfect portion size. Every single person who meal preps anything, which is every single fitness ever, yeah. So again, created a solution, but it was that value-added service. Had she never put out that recipe book, I never would have bought one because I didn't need it for breakfast. Okay. Wrapping up, talk really quick on Facebook algorithm. This is something that I'm seeing. This is, we're getting close to the holidays and whatever. When you're talking about selling on Facebook, one thing that I want you guys to really, really, really understand, if all you're posting on your business, all you're posting on your Facebook page, or even in your Facebook group, if it's all 100% business, you guys, you're never going to see it. The Facebook algorithm, go to the training library, go to the Facebook side or the social media, and then over to Facebook and take a look, because it's never going to work to do 100% business. You have to mix things up. If you have less than 50,000 fans, this is something coming straight from Rachel from the Moolah course. It's a $500 course that I took, so I'm going to save you some money, but this is one of the little nuggets, and it is if you have less than 50,000 fans, post at least 4 times a day, 7 days a week, no matter what. And you can I use Post Planner. It is very, very inexpensive. I have a whole article on how to use that. We actually did a training on how to use Post Planner. But 1 time a day, it can link to your site. That's it. 1, it should video of content that was within your niche. So if you're in the beauty industry, share other beauty videos. If you're in the romance industry, be careful on this one, but share videos about couples and those happy things about when you see, the guy that went and visited his wife who's been in the hospital and she walks like 6 miles and whatever. That video is going viral. Like, love like that is hard to come by. So those, those kind of things evoke that emotion. You want to share things, and that's within your niche. 1 time of a photo, no links, just a photo, and one time with a link to a partner niche site. And so that would be you. I want you to think about what are some other complementing pages and sites and stuff like that in your niche that you could kind of work with, and then you add, you can kind of add 2 more a day, and you can, again, we have a whole train. I would go down that rabbit hole on Facebook, but this one, what I did want to touch on is all of these things that we have talked about translate whether you are talking one-on-one to somebody or whether you are, sitting behind a computer. But don't spend all day long on Facebook. This is it. This is all you need. And you need to break things up and have it be different stuff than just your sales stuff over and over and over again. Okay? Remember, ultimately, the bottom line is that we're all in the relationship business, and you have to build those relationships. When you become someone who creates solutions for people, who helps people solve problems, who helps make people's lives easier, more productive, happier, less stressful, prettier, whatever it may be, the success, the money that you're going to make, the sales of it will come secondary if your true goal is helping other people to achieve whatever their goal is. It's the beauty of this industry. So don't take it for granted. Don't, overlook it. Don't dismiss it, and don't minimize it, because it is truly the foundation of all of this. All right. So if you want to discuss further, we can take this over to the community. We can talk more about your specific product, your specific industry. But I think I touched base on all of them. I hope so. I think I tried to get everybody. But anyways, we can take that over to the community. It is getting darker by the second here, so I'm going to log off and unplug this Mac before the lightning gets here. But hope you have a wonderful week. Again, Diva Gift Guide is kicking off on October 1st. Such good stuff. Can't wait to show you guys. Have a great week, and I will see you next time. Bye.